what we see many times with business owners, they finally get in the position, they're like, wow, they work so hard to hire these employees and they hired them, they're working, everything's kind of doing exactly what they dreamed of, but now they don't know how to be. And they had an idea, right? They had this idea of like, okay, I'll hire employees, I'll produce more revenue, it'll free up time so I can go do this thing, whatever this thing was. And then it comes to the point where they can actually do it, and they really either they didn't want to do it, or they're not ready to do it, or they're scared shitless to go do it. So what we see a lot of times is this is when it's a sabotaging behavior. I don't know what you would classify it under, but this is when they actually create new problems that aren't necessary to deal with because they're like, wait a minute, everything's going too smooth and it becomes super unfamiliar. And then either they sit and they procrastinate about things that have to get done, and what I've observed is they do that because they need it to become a problem, so now they have a value in the company again. Or they have this thing they're like, I'm gonna once I have my time back, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to more conferences or something like that, or whatever it is. And then they're like, I can go to more conferences. Like, well, I'll wait for the perfect conference to come up to go to. And it's like, yeah, but this is what you wanted to do. Are you gonna do it? And I believe either you need to buckle down and do those things. And obviously, this is why we're coaches, right? We sit in this, it's not just like a magic wand and all of a sudden you're fixed, but like you got to buckle down and do this. Okay. Or you have to realize, like, hey, man, this is not what I wanted. Because a lot of the times people will get there and they're like, I actually didn't want all this free time. I enjoyed doing that work. I just thought if I had free time, this other thing that I'm going to do now is valuable to the company, but they're not good at it. They don't want to do it. They don't enjoy it. And it's like, what situation did I put myself in? And then they sabotage the productivity of those great employees they hired.